Hi again, Rob at SDC International Shipping. This is part three of three. We're talking about relocating and shipping your household goods from the United States to England and the UK. And this part three is more or less the miscellaneous and a couple legal healthcare, a little bit of information that always pops up. I think I wanted to round it out a little bit with some of these things who have addressed it. It'll be pretty quick. First of all, this is important, obviously, to when we're shipping your household goods from the U.S. to the U.K. The objective is to make sure that those things are not taxed. There's no duty and there's no VAT assessed on them. They are used, that's a key word, household goods and personal effects, and they're going to your new primary residence in the UK. And our support and logistics teams, of course, walks you through that to make sure that everything's taken care of and the I's are dotted and all of that. But the first step in that process, or the most important element in that process, is the TOR, T-O-R, transfer of residency. So that's going to make sure that the form is filled out, submitted, you're transferring your residency to the UK. And in that case, provided everything else is in order, that's how you avoid the duties and the VAT. Provided that, among other things, the goods that you're shipping in cannot arrive more than 6 months before you do, and they cannot arrive more than 12 months after you do. So there's sort of a window when your goods have to arrive, otherwise they're not eligible to be exempt from duties and VAT. Talk about healthcare a little bit in the UK. The UK has the national health system. It is fantastic. It is one of the best in the world, and it's pretty liberal in terms of being eligible to get involved with that and be covered there. As a permanent resident, you are able to apply and enroll in that health system. It's fantastic. It's covered and funded by general taxation, so it's a really good system. I'm sure you've probably already looked at that if you're downstream in terms of relocating and shipping to the UK. Banking, I get that question a lot. Yes, of course, you're going to have a bank account in the UK. Requirements are going to be generally identification, valid identification, and proof of residency, and money to put in the account. I also have a few things on visas and other legal terms on the website here. Some of the processes and links to other things in the UK. Your indefinite leave to remain, settling in the UK. These are the process, and this is actually part of the UK government site. So it's really giving me the true details. Skilled worker visa, that sort of thing. But again, you can always reach out to SDC, and our relocation specialists who are specializing in the UK can help you and answer any questions you might have. The final thing I want to mention is, I get this a lot. There are some confusions regarding the electricity, in the UK and in Europe in general. I don't want to get too professor on you here, but I think this is important. A lot of people say, oh, of course, all of my electronic goods I'm leaving because I can't take them over there. It's different. Well, you can. So in the United States, we run on 110 volts and 60 hertz. That's how many cycles per second electricity. In the UK and all of Europe, they run on 220 volts and 50 hertz. Now, most items that you have that are modern computers and things of that nature, chargers for your cell phone, if you look, is always on either the adapter that's plugging into your computer or on the back of the wall charger for your phone, it's going to tell you input. It'll say input. Oftentimes it'll say either 110 volts, 60 hertz, but for electronic goods like laptops and things of that nature, it usually nowadays says 110 to 220 volts, 50 to 60 hertz. It's telling you that this device you can plug right in the wall in the UK or the US, no problem. Now, the prongs are different, so you're going to have an adapter for the prongs. But the voltage and the hertz are okay. So on any electronic item, go ahead and look and just make sure. If it says 110, 60 hertz, well, that's not going to work over there. But even that's not exactly true. You can always buy a voltage adapter They're on Amazon all over the place. Buy a voltage adapter that takes 220 50 hertz, like in the UK or Europe, and converts it to 110 60 hertz, and then you can plug your item right into that. Your TV, your toaster, doesn't matter. So that's something to keep in mind. It's a little granular, but I get that all the time, and it save you a little bit of money. You don't have to probably replace all of your goods, particularly laptops, tablets, phone chargers, phones, things of that nature, because they're ready to go on either current, either hertz, and then even for the items that don't have that capability, there are adapters. Very easy. Go on Amazon and you can get those things. I just wanted to put that out there.